Okay, so I want to do the culture in Ghana where we start by apologizing to people what we've done wrong. And I know that because last week rather, we did not give you the edition of the Ghana Weekly, Sammy Flex and my team, Nanaya Redu. In fact, everyone at Sammy Flex and Muse Africa, we want to say sorry. It was because of some one or two activities that we had to do outside of town. That's why we didn't give you the Ghana Weekly last week. But today, we won't disappoint. We are back on our feet. We are ready to do it once again. My name is Sammy Flex, and this is Sammy Flex TV. The segment is called Ghana Weekly, where we look at all the pertinent and important issues in the entertainment industry. Nanaya Redu is the driver. He takes us around town and we run it like that. Shout outs to Currency, shout outs to Richie Flex, and shout outs to you for always following Sammy Flex TV and the new family we have on the Ghana Weekly. Great family. What do you tell them, Nana?
Charlie, we told him to thank you so much for the response so far. I think your last episode, a lot of people had good concerns about what we were saying, and we want people to know that we are doing this for God and country. We want people to be able to understand that the industry can get better if we all come together and face the truth. We all know what is affecting our industry, but we are all running away from it. Wine the back.
Who is going to bail the cat? That is the story. So, who is going to bail the cat?
So thank you guys so much. Like we always say, share, like, comment, send your feedback. Charlie, we want to make the industry better.
All right, so today we're going to look at just two main issues. One being the budget for 2020, how the creative arts industry was captured, the concerns of some of our people. And again, we're looking at something trending on social media. It's about Shatta Wale. It's about a new chap called Kweku Smoke. I don't know what information you have. I don't know what you know. But I always trust Nana already because he has the journalism background. He goes behind the scenes. He does his digging. And today, we will touch on that. Nana, what have you gathered so far? Shatta Wale and a certain Kweku Smoke.
Well, Kweku Smoke is not new. I mean, he came up on the scene when Saga big him up. He has a song with Saga called and Shatta Wale. And then that song, the remix did very well because people, the guy has a flow. Say Kasa, like Oyobia, boy, no tina. I say na no ate, with the account language. Kasa is very, very, very dope. I think some time ago, he dropped a first video where he was trying to draw our attention to the fact that he had met Shatta Wale and they had vibe and they had talked about a possible collabo and a possible business together. And I feel, he played some songs according to the boy, about Nyumbi Wale, and Wale had good reviews about the song. Or who said Wale is going to has put a post on Instagram saying, he's going to release a song called My Time. And the boy got worried because the boy anymore butcher Wale. One of them was called My Time. Into My Time now, butcher Wale. It's as though Wale a pick a vibe, Okay. And that's one thing I want people to know. One can say Wale, you must say Wale vibe now, vibe, Wale the year ninyum, and Wale person or the year like a love song. And the boy felt like no, I have to let people know. And I like the boy for one thing because when he's talking, he has done about 3 videos. 2 are before his attack. And one after his attack. And he keeps saying that if anything happens to Wale, that's on par, or your live video. And he goes all that, and we all know. Come on, we can all count the time Wale called out certain names. Called Michael Kumante, called Kate, and all that kind of thing. So the boy felt like it's like the way to address the issue is also come out to let people know that this is what Wale is trying to do to him. He's a new artist, so obviously when you're fighting a bigger artist, you are scared to mention any. But this boy was bold to say, Wale, I'm doing this video to tag you. So that you will know that, boss, what you're doing I don't like. Fast forward, the boy dropped another video saying that Wale is trying to release a song. That means said, my question on my
now which of the songs are we talking about here?
My Time.
I know of On Them and My Time. Which one is?
Well, so you see, the first video that he did, he mentioned the On Them, and then he played a certain video where he and Wale was vibing to it. But I think one of the video he said My Time. So like you're saying, he said also I'm vibing to a lot of songs when they met. Okay. And you see, artists when they write music, sometimes I also force the boy a little because you cannot say because you and me vibe for some place, I am picking up your vibe to do my song.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like because and you artists who are telling you man will ra
Feeling it.
yeah. So it's a bit dicey, but for the boy to come out 2 times to question and say, "Well, you are trying to take my song," it means there was something involved. And see, you know,
have you also seen the video of a supposed attack on Kweku Smoke?
I was coming to that. Okay. So you see, I had a chat with some members from his team when I saw the video of the attack, and they actually said something that got my attention. I got worried small. According to the sources that I had, they said when some big men called Smoke and Nana Boro to come to Wale's house so they talk about the issue. Nanka ya solve it so that everything will die off. But when they on their way to Wale's house, they were attacked. And one of the boys, according to Kweku Smoke's team, is telling me that Wale was part of the people that attacked him and smashed his car.
Wow.
So that was where I got worried. So I asked the boy, "You sure say if you Wale you see?" Because we all know Wale has a case in court. And for some time now, Wale has never crossed any line with anybody. I mean,
minding his business.
Totally. Minding is, even when we thought he would never say anything to Kwakesi, he came to apologize. Yeah. So that tells you that only a stone case now, of course, he takes it very, very, very serious. So I asked the boy, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Boss, Wale smashed one a car, one a windscreen with him boys." So the boy, that's like Kweku Smoke, that's like a new video talking about what happened. Then I've also seen a video of Nana Boro also threatening Wale.
I hear Nana Boro works with the Kweku Smoke guy.
Yeah, I don't know whether he works with Kweku Smoke, but
Nana Boro tells me he is his boy.
Okay, so I have seen a video of Nana Boro threatening Wale, telling him that this battle or this fight he won't win. You see, this is where I come in. We are in an industry where we are trying to grow, Sammy. We're here. If it is a planned hype, they have to stop. Because you see,
why do you also suspect it might be a planned hype?
Boss, Wale has a big case in court. A case that probably, if he jokes, might take him to prison. He's not a small boy, he's a big boy. He knows what a big case looks like. He knows what a bond of good behavior looks like. He knows what it is. I don't think Wale would play with that thing in court and say, because I be Shatta Wale, I can overbeat the law. You can't overbeat the law. Nobody's above the law. Yeah. So when I listen to the boy and I listen to what is happening, everything, I tell myself, bro, if it is not a planned hype, then they have to stop now. Because we know of a certain beam and a certain SM that began something like this. It began like a joke. I said, where we need 4 hours, where we need 1. Where can we need be here? And I do maybe no. Obi ko treat to our stage. Obi say make a channel on a tour bear. You know what I'm trying to say? If it's a joke, they have to stop now.
You for congratulate. But if Stone Boy, we need for congratulate.
Yeah, boss, they have to stop now. If it's not a joke to whoever is talking to Wale's team, Kweku Smoke's team, someone shower Wale fee, mun shower baby open space. Because here, where we are going, where the government is not even minding us, where we are hating a certain creative arts council and they're not even listening to us, how does the government take us serious when some of these things keep repeating itself in our industry, bros? It doesn't make sense.
I get it.
1 minute you are saying we should give you money. Next minute you are fighting yourself. The next minute you are smashing your car. So if we give you money and your sector boosts, that means you kill yourself. So because then multi control Sikano. That's a big issue.
Okay, so to us, we would leave this discussion here. That is the Shatta Wale versus Kweku Smoke discussion. We will surely leave it here. But then one thing is also, it's for real, that whether it is hype or whether it is real, as gatekeepers, we will just sit and watch the issues unfold. One day, all these things will come clean to us. Now,
let me say one thing. You see, when the thing happened, myself and another gatekeeper, we had a call, and the call was very worrying. You see, we are in a business where, like fans need be they don't understand the fact that some of these things are hype. The call that came was worrying. The thing has extended from just a normal attack, now it's going too personal. Some of the fans of Kweku Smoke are now afraid to even come on social media and write because attack na kosoro.
Now they are scared.
They are scared.
That it can also come to them.
Exactly, bro. We don't need this. We are fighting a bigger case for all the artists in the industry. So whoever is behind this thing or planning for any hype, which I think the boy Kweku Smoke, he doesn't need any hype. Until Saga they even put him on social media, people who knew the boy was saying he was already dope. Until hype over here, he doesn't need this hype. And the boy now will tell, he said he doesn't go to anybody because he knows that people don't love him. Until if you love him, he love you. If you don't love him, he doesn't love you. Until hype over here, so whatever it is, they should squash it now. Look, as gatekeepers, they buy talk who in front of government.
All right, so like I said, we will surely end this one and we will still sit back to monitor proceedings and how these things would unfold. But then we wish them well. If it is a hype, we will say congratulations because they have achieved. Because everywhere people are talking about it on social media, news items. I even just watched on News Africa some of their segment on Kwese TV. Kweku Smoke had about almost 6 minutes or so airtime talking about it. So it is a win for them. But then if it is not, wahala will come one day. Now let's come to serious business, where we are talking about the budget for 2020 and how the creative arts industry was captured in there. Now I know after the budget reading, so many things have come up, especially when the NPP party was talking about, or the NPP government rather, was talking about the achievement, some of the things they claim to have achieved in the year under review or the year ahead of us. Nana Yaredu, once again, being a journalist, being someone who does his investigation behind the scenes, he has some one or two revelations that we need to talk about. Nana, so let's look at the budget in entirety. Were we represented well?
So I mean, in all honesty, we were not at all. I mean, we were not for a simple reason that when it got to the creative art department, all the government told us was English.
Just grammar.
Yes, just grammar. And our part was all grammar from beginning to end. And they just walked over us and went to serious business. You see, Sammy, this is the part where people need to realize something. The government has come to understand that the people in the creative arts itself, we don't know who we are. We don't know our value. We don't even know what we have. So every time they come at us like that, we don't respond. At this year's budget, this is what the finance minister said. He said, Mr. Speaker, the Creative Arts Industry Bill is at Cabinet for consideration. The Act will, amongst other, establish the Creative Arts Fund and an agency to promote the industry. The Act will enable government to organize the creative arts industry and create an enabling environment through direct and indirect support for practitioners and industry players to impact our national development. Boss, that is where I have the problem. Do you know how much we give the government? We give the government a lot of money.
But we don't have the data to show.
We have. I'll show you.
Okay. I remember on radio we did this debate where a member of the government, Socrates Safo, argued that when it comes to the creative arts industry, we don't have any clear data to know that this X amount of money came from the creative arts. But Nana Ayaro radio tells me he has it.
I will show you.
Okay.
Sabio Socrates, when you're a joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why a joke?
Socrates Safo, you're a joke. The day we were on radio, he made a certain comment he shouldn't have made. But you see, Ghana Tourism Authority. So if anybody has not seen the budget, you can go to the Ministry of Finance website. The budget is there.
Which one? The abridged one?
That's
what I'm asking you, which one? The abridged one or the
you see,
one?
In the budget read for 2020, the government emphasized on tourism more than creative arts. Do you know why?
That is true. And it has been like that since.
Because the tourism sector is regulated, boss. There are agencies and partners that work under the tourism sector. Now, the Ghana Tourism Authority is supposed to be what? It's supposed to be the mother body that regulates all of us. The GTA. They work under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts. So they are like the power body. They are partners. In Pacho, I say I'm a partner. Say Ministry of Tourism and Culture and Creative Arts, right? Ghana Museums and Monuments Board, Ghana Tourist Development Company, Ghana Airport Company Limited, National Theatre of Ghana, National Commission on Culture, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Tourism Federation, Tour Union Association of Ghana. This is a part that blew my mind. Ghana Hotels Association, Car Rentals Association of Ghana. Bosu, what is data? A group of it's like a number, right? Yeah. So organized information. Me pato car rentals. Achimota. Car rental create good or cry and can we.
Even these hotels, you can just use the hotels and they will give you almost all the car rentals companies we have in Ghana.
Do you know the process of getting like a license to operate as a hotel in Ghana? You have to go through about not less than 5 processes. Among all of that, you need to have a certification with Ghana Tourism Authority. Yeah, that one I know. Isn't that data? So it's a joke. They are playing with our feelings. They are playing with us, Sammy. How many diagro? How many members? Pacha Muncho and in the America, Fatus Nama for share. Yeah, I'm person for whom say they can intro. This is not this is from the this is this is Ghana. Visitghana.com. This is official Ghana Tourism Authority website. And I want to close message because Ejumana no ya na person am for who no cry no enu ni. Sammy, if government, you see, and I'll go back to the budget and I'll go off a little, right? But some me go off now. Me kind of buying at the also we're achieving in 3 years. Now me list be one of the things he take off was Doomso me wa.
Okay. Okay, so now you are going.
Me go off kakra.
Yeah, like looking at the.
But also I take it off Doomso. Now Doomso I take it off and he was able to give us data number. And here I'm spending and here I'm fixing and they even forecasted on what can even come. But we in the creative arts industry, in the tourism sector, we spend money more than anybody. Yeah, put us a light score for it affects you more. Of course. Because you see, Saga, tell my friend on radio, he made a point. I was laughing at him. You know, I was laughing at him. I say it's government's job to create campaigns. It's for us, private individuals, to take on the campaign. But if you are going to Kakum National Park, would you get a say what's your gate fee? That's kind of a call one now.
We asked, or see budget no, and you need none of parliament. They are cannot back officer. We don't know when we're going to the office to find out the rest of the details though. But according to Socrates, budget na the buy a summarized one. The detailed one, no. Kakum. You get to know how much Kakum earned throughout the year. Maybe you get to know how much Abri Gardens earned or send to the other officer.
So you see, I have an article coming out maybe on Monday. I mean, I don't mind. But say you shut it down, Ghana Tourism Authority. Gamro, Musica. Or say shut it down. One time, because you see, if government is telling us they don't have data on our sector, then it means these bodies are useless. Or Boba office, someone or your data collection. Musicians were encouraged to go and register. You have to say big arts now. No more you're saying. Gamro, much as cow chroma, much not less than 5 times our chroma say. Muchama, when you pass and muchama. That is data. Yeah. So if Ghana Tourism Authority, Gamro, Musica, and all the other bodies that surround this sector cannot give the government a proper data of our industry, we need to shut them down because they are not. Then they are useless. They are baseless. I work at Miss Africa. I have 15 team that work with me. My work is 15. I know where I pay everybody's net. I do everybody's taxes. I do everything. That's kind of coin. Where does that money go?
And let me also add that when it even comes to events, there are the people from the Internal Revenue Agencies. They come to take taxes from every ticket sold at every event.
Yeah, do you know how many events we've done in the country from NPP buy power? They've been in power for 3 years.
Yeah.
event across Okroma GRE has licenses, they come and take their money.
Yeah.
When they book the artists for all these shows, they take 10% to withholding tax. Me patrol,
me cry I paid.
Saskano any data.
It's enough.
Me patrol na aban e kan ni way no. Me patrol me say call aban honey biom. I say Mr. Speaker, this is 788. The ministry through the Ghana National Folklore Board. Or them call Mr. Semeba.
The ministry through the Ghana Folklore Board launched the Ghana Folklore Clubs to encourage young children to identify and also expose them to the beauty of our folklore. Now, the NFB, that's the National Folklore Board, also registered about 90 users of folklore. In 2020, NFB will establish a Sankofa TV show, implement the National Storybook Project, the Cultural Tourism Project, and develop an online folklore store.
You see,
why do you have any qualms on the national folklore achievement? 7 clubs. You think it's a joke?
You see, there was an article that we published recently about the folklore and how the government deceived the people of Ghana. You know, we have reliable information that the National Folklore Board fought its way through to form the 7 clubs. Hey, sabi mom we know. Abai no so I folklore in schools no. I only 7 in Greater Accra out of 16 regions. Let's make it clear. 7 out of 16 regions. And those 7 reliable information tells us that it was even the National Folklore Board who fought their way to form them. And we have information that they've been through certain powers of the country to look for support, and the support didn't come. They are happy that their hard work was being recognized by the government. Okay. So they are cool. I said, oh my I say about Bosama idea. Say they be cool. But where I have an issue is that I suffer to form my clubs. And I write to you to tell you that me here support. Then you take credit for the fact that you have formed 7 clubs without you supporting me. Boss, the Folklore Board is part of the Creative Arts Council. And the Creative Arts Council itself, they don't even know what they are doing. People don't understand what the folklore even is. People don't know what the folklore is. To begin with, there are people who don't know what the folklore is. There are people who didn't even know there was a National Folklore Board. Into I buy ever cancer now, a grammar. Into what we finna would tell you, yeah, I buy boy creative arts for you. I'm ungrateful. I'm buying bomb on can. But I buy boy, yes, I buy boy. Yes, I buy boy. Government has not helped us in any way when it comes to creative arts and tourism, because government keeps cheating us. They make us feel like we are not important in the country, but we spend more money. How do you say car renters association? Only number of car renters association Kroma. But I everywhere you go, there's a car rental group that is there. Every region that you go,
at least every hotel can boast of about 2 or 3 different car rental companies that they deal with. If you come to the airport and you need their services, you can even contact the hotel, and the hotel will just contact you, and everything will be done for you. Yeah. But Anna, this folklore thing, I think my interest is very high there. The 7 clubs that government is telling us they formed. Are you telling us on this platform that they never did anything, but then it was someone's proposal to them and they stole the idea or the concept and used the credits?
Boss, the National Folklore Board is supposed to be under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts. I have reliable source that the team that work at the National Folklore Board fought their way through, boss. They are even peeved. But you see, what makes them calm is the fact that the government even mentioned them in the budget. Even though there was no money mentioned in it, they are a bit happy because I say now there is recognition. Exactly. But I will say it's even moving on from that, because you see, the government cannot be naked about the creative arts and tourism. So before the government appoints a minister of trade and industries, they know the background of the minister before they appoint. So the government has first hand on everything happening in the country, into now appointing ministers. So it's about time we overlook the fact that as a Yakwan and government, we are part of the system, boss. The folklore itself can save the country a lot of money. Recently, they said they were going to sue the people who did the Black Panther because they had used the kente, and people were laughing because I'm not for name folklore. People don't understand what the folklore is. Now there is a world folklore organization that fights for people's intellectual, and the Ghana Folklore Board is part of that thing.
I see.
It's part, and they are trying to fight so that
They,
people
they have a seat on that world platform.
They have a seat on that world platform, and the act, no, copyright system is there. If you go to the website, they put it there that the bill and I make kind of man for whom say per section 76 of the Copyright Act 2005, folklore means the literacy, artistic and scientific expressions belonging to the cultural heritage of Ghana, which are created, preserved and developed by ethnic communities of Ghana. It's open. Their copyright laws are open. It works for them. That's even enough money. But government is making us feel like we are not giving them anything. And you see, there's one thing about the government that I really like. From 2017, buying through the Ministry of Finance, or say, Mr. Speaker, government will continue its initiative to improve this is 2018. Yeah. To improve the initiative of the creative arts sector with the setup of a fully functional creative arts secretariat and commencement of a feasibility to set up a creative arts fund. Brofoni assistant 2017. Mr. Speaker, the creative arts bill is now in Parliament for deliberation and passage into law. So 2019, Finance Minister say bill now say a 7 year now our cabinet. Back in the day, I say our Parliament. Cabinet don't pass law.
No, that one they know.
And pass the law.
Yeah, I know they know.
And pass the law.
They understand that one and they know it. But Nana, how about the fund? The fund that the minister and the creative arts people who did the forum, the fund that they promised us. How about that? The Exim Bank Fund.
You see, we are happy that the government always tries to play on our mind. At least, they cannot a baby, but they should be serious with us. They should be serious with us. Why are you giving us the fund? Mm-hmm. I have an article that I want to ask the government a question. If in your 2020 budget you said you're going to renovate all this Kakum and all these forest sites, why are you doing it if there's no money in the creative arts industry? If we are not giving you data, why are you doing it? Oh yeah, then after this year of return,
and they are going to renovate all the forest reserves.
Oh yeah, then because you know that's the but you don't want to tell us on the projections. Now if I say, oh my 10 million, oh my 2.4 million, oh the my on what basis? On what basis are you giving us the money? If I'm going for a loan in the country, I know why I'm going for a loan. Because if I'm saying Missy Council, not my couple Busian to us. Oh my, I buy, oh my scandal on what basis? You claim we don't have data. You claim we are not organized. You claim we don't contribute anything to the economy. So why are you giving us a fund then? Fund, then.
A question for the gods.
Exactly. Well, for what? Then you give us a certain fund, 10 million. Then you put a certain restriction. You can't. So can say the document you are reading is wrong.
Well, he sent a new one. I don't know if you got it.
No, Mr. Kasa document there. But I see, I would like to let Socrates send me that document because you see, before we can access that Exim Bank, and Exim Bank for the my bread. Exim Bank.
Almost every year they are mentioned in connection with the creative arts. Every year. From 2017, Abaya Bomudin San every time. And Exim Bank Bamamu loan. And Exim Bank Bamamu say. And Exim Bank Bamamu say. But nothing comes because the regulations are run before you can secure the fund. No, you cannot beat it, boss. It's like a white elephant. It's not possible to access the fund. And everything is about the creative arts industry. They put it to first quarter. Do you know why? Because after first quarter, nothing will happen.
Yeah, but and about time is to campaign. All we are saying is that we know that the government cannot say they don't know about us. We know the government cannot tell us they don't record because yeah programs are. I'm friend. I'm take it no baby. Say be aban your party ah. Yenim shows aye okroma aban e wase ah. Stars akwakoto nyom da.
Yeah.
In him say,
Even their campaigns, the musicians will go and sing for them still.
in him say, this year alone, government through the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts has traveled, and the GTA, they've traveled around the world, inviting people to come down for year of return. We have that video. I can play it for you right now. Where the CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority is talking as if mentioning shows that he has no idea how it like we organize the show. Say over Ghana this year, yeah, even our minister traveled to a certain WTM event in London, inviting people to come down for exactly. So if the government knows why are they spending money on us then? It's about time the bodies that form the ecosystem of the creative arts industry get serious, or they shut them down. Because you cannot let the government ridicule us and tell us we don't have data. Come on, even if you go to the other sectors, they're not as organized as we are. If you go to the site of the, like I'm saying, then the everything is there. Then the organization, and then the development, and all these partners have members, and all members pay to register. They pay for certification.
Some of them even pay dues.
Yes. So where does that money go? We've been organizing trips to relief force. I can say on authority that even media houses organize trips to this tourism sites. Yeah. When we get there, we pay. It's not free.
I know. I think I tried with Kakum before, and it was the same story. We had to pay.
So where does the money go? It's about time a buying back kind government, kind budget. Then he will mention figures and say that, Mr. Speaker, in the year 2019, the creative art industry brought in X amount of money. Mr. Speaker, we are projecting that if we inject a Y amount of money, the industry can raise revenue of Z amount of money. Then we know we are working. And then you know that the tax that you are paying to those places now are
bringing results.
It's bringing results, Sammy. But I say from 2017 to 2019, one English, yeah, after the they have to go.
Anyways, this has been the Ghana Weekly with Nanaya Redu. I think I picked some one or two most useful points in this conversation. The fact that the guys at the Ghana Folklore Board presented their own proposal to some people in power, and they said it is one of their achievements. It is laughable, but then God day, we day. Are you getting me? And again, we also talked about how our people do not have data. And I already thinks that is a joke. In fact, the joke of the century, as someone put it some years back. A joke of the century. How can you say you don't have data in the industry when all these people, they are connected to government one way or the other? When all these people, they take their certificates one way or the other from government. So how then do you say that you don't have data to legalize or to maybe to regulate their activities? This is the Ghana Weekly with Nana Yari. Nana, your final message before you wrap up?
Oh, Sammy, my final message is very, very simple. I think next year is election year, and all those who are in the creative arts business, from the tourism sector to all those in the handicraft sector, we should all begin to think alike. Listen, seek knowledge. The government knows that we don't understand who we are, so they will always play with our minds. The people in positions know that we don't even know our worth, so they will always come back to us with certain things that, yeah, exactly. So please seek knowledge, do research, learn, so that when we speak to these people, they will know that we know what we are saying. And to all the people at the Ghana Tourism Authority, the Creative Arts Council, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts and everything, and the national whatever socket money now, if you are telling us that we don't have data, please close your offices and go home. Shut it down, because even for us managing small companies, we have data and we know the people that we are dealing with. So if you, as big as you are telling us you don't have data, please shut down and go home. We are tired.
Indeed, we are tired. Thank you for watching Ghana Weekly. My name is Sammy Flex, and I did this with Nanaya Redu at Muse Africa. He is the man in charge. In fact, when you come here, you just look for him, and all your requests will be granted you. Thanks to Richie Flex, thanks to Currency, the digital rasta, for doing every work behind the scenes. God bless you. Let's do it again next week on the Ghana Weekly. It has been with the macho man, Nanaya Redu.
Slay macho.
I know. We're out of here.